Okay, let's get moving now. Thank you.
We all have hobbies that we have to keep us grounded, and celebrities are no different. But when it comes to some of your favorite A-listers, some of them have remarkable talents and skills that are nothing short of impressive. Welcome back to another video on the channel, guys, and today we're looking at the top 10 celebs with secret hidden talents. Known as the nosy neighbor Penny on The Big Bang Theory, the actress is also an equestrian. Her love for horses runs very deep. In fact, it was rather obvious through her social media accounts just how fond she is. She has been into the sport since a very young age. She states that it is a great stress-busting hobby and also a great workout. Double win. She even owns a couple of her own horses and practices on them frequently. In fact, she still often takes in jumping competitions and keeps her hobby for the sport alive. Way to go, Haley. Number 9, Steve Martin. Everyone can agree that Steve Martin has had an amazing career, and the star continues to deliver his amazing acting chops. He is very well known for his comedic timing and passionate acting, but he is also a very established banjo player. Who would have thought that Inspector Jacques Clouseau himself, instead of looking for the Pink Panther, is probably somewhere playing the banjo? In fact, he is part of a band called Steve Martin and the Steep Canyon Rangers. They have been making banjo music for years. They have appeared on NPR's Tiny Desk concert series. Honestly, given Steve Martin's personality, this doesn't come as much of a shock, but audiences would love to see more of his banjo performances. And even in his movies, it's safe to say that along with his banjo playing talents in comedy, he has brought smiles to many across the world. Number 8, Christina Hendricks. This talented beauty is known for her infamous role in Mad Men, and most recently on Good Girls. Not only is she a beautiful face and an amazing actress, she is also a skilled accordion player. On an episode of Mad Men, she was given the opportunity to showcase this particular skill. According to her, she picked up the skill several years ago. She thinks that it is a very romantic instrument and has several ties to the French culture and Tom Waits, both of whom she is a huge fan of. She also tried to make her home resemble this, and she regularly practices her skills on the accordion as it is very calming and a great stress buster. Sounds like a dream to us. Number 7, Conan O'Brien. The famous talk show host is actually a very talented tap dancer. One would not immediately think so when you see his tall frame, but he is in fact a great tap dancer. As a young boy, he began taking tap dancing lessons, and he has always had it as a side hobby for years. Before his run in the industry and becoming a popular talk show gist, it was always his aspiration to be a professional tap dancer. Even on his own show, he doesn't leave out an opportunity to showcase his amazing skills beside his already funny personality. His agility and smooth moves are definitely worthy of praise, and videos of his dancing skills can easily be seen on the internet. Even his celebrity guest stars have often sung his praises. In fact, he still practices to this day and lives out his dream. Number 6, Pierce Brosnan. This dashing star has a secret talent that will absolutely blow your mind. The James Bond bad boy, in fact, has a very dangerous hobby. He is, in fact, a fire eater. He admits that what drove him towards fire eating was the amount of topless women that were around when he visited a fire eating clinic in 1969. He became a fire eater when he was a teen and performed under the big top for about 3 years. He even demonstrated his fire eating abilities in the year 1982 on an episode of Remington Steele. How very James Bond of him. We in fact wonder if it was his ability to do such daredevil acts that was a plus point for him when landing the role of James Bond. Besides being handsome and good with the ladies and all, and of course, even though he has since retired from his extremely tricky sport, he has given several of his fire-eating performances and completely wowed the crowds. You go, Pierce! Number 5, Mark Ruffalo. Being the Hulk on the Avengers isn't the only thing this star is good at. He is in fact a unicyclist. This revelation came on a Graham Norton show in 2015 when he was asked to demonstrate his skills. He stunned the audience and other guests when he schooled everyone in the art of balance and composure. However, it is a long-lost talent for the star. Despite not having sat on one in more than 25 years, he executed it with utmost perfection. Honestly though, it's not hard for us to imagine Ruffalo on a unicycle down a street. It's when we think of a Hulk on a unicycle that really gets us. Yikes! Number 4, Mike Tyson. The boxing legend is a very peculiar talent or hobby that will completely shock you. Pigeon racing. That's right, it's actually a thing. If you're unfamiliar with the sport, it basically involves a sport where homing pigeons are related from a coop about 100 miles away and they must return to the coop. The time they take to do so is calculated, and the pigeons which take the least time obviously wins. It is quite a lost sport, but Mike Tyson himself has a love for the birds. He has stated that it's almost like a therapy session for him. His love for them comes from his years growing up in Brooklyn. The city sees no shortage of pigeons, so it makes sense. He enjoys being on the roof with the other enthusiasts and their birds and claims that it is a very different kind of energy up there. Who would have thought the fierce boxer would have such a docile talent? Number 3, Gina Davis. She is an Oscar winner and Golden Globe Award winner and has the acting chops to prove it. She has starred in several amazing movies including Beetlejuice and played the mom in the kid movie Stuart Little. But not everyone knows that back in 1999 she was actually an archer. She was also competing at the Olympic semifinals for the archery. The actress and former model, although she didn't qualify for the Summer Olympics, she finished in the 24th place out of 300. And now that's impressive in our books. Some people train from a young age from the sport, but the actress merely began 2 years before competing. Now that is totally epic. What can she not do? Number 2, Neil Patrick Harris. Everyone's favorite man, Barney, Neil Patrick Harris is absolutely magical to watch on screen. In fact, you could literally say he is a magician. We're not kidding, folks. The How I Met Your Mother star is actually a trained magician. While growing up in a small town in New Mexico, that is where he discovered magic in order to pass time. Just because he has since been acting doesn't mean he has left his magical ways behind. He has had a chance of various times on screen to bring his talents to life. More recently, he plays Count Olaf in a series of unfortunate events, and he has even stated that it's his childhood hobby of magic that led him to take up this role. What a talented man indeed. We would love to see more of Neil Patrick Harris's magic tricks on screen. And finally, number 1, Harrison Ford. Right at the top of our list, we have Mr. Harrison Ford. The American actor is best known for his starring role in the Indiana Jones movies. He also found fame through the Star Wars movies and several other great feature films. An action hero loved by all, he is also an environmental activist. But a little known fact about him is that he is actually a full-fledged licensed pilot. How amazing is it to know that everyone's favorite Indiana Jones is actually quite the action hero we all think him to be. Being a pilot is rather expensive, and his hobby for flying had to take a backseat when he could afford it. But through his fame and riches, now he is able to fuel his passion for the skies. Not only is he a pilot, he's also a pretty good one. He has received several accolades and awards for his skills and prowess in the skies over the years. If he were not an actor, he states that he definitely would have been a full-time pilot, and watching the scenes of him flying a plane in the Indiana Jones movies now will never be the same after knowing this. And with that being said, it's time to end our video, but before that, we want to know how you feel about this. What hidden talents do you have? You know what to do. See you in the comment section, and we hope you enjoyed the video. Consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.